残酷な天使のように少年よ神話にな
れ Evangelion is a series that came out in the mid-90s. It was a mecha series, and in the past couple years, it's kind of gotten shit on. For some reason, after more than 20 years of praise, people have decided that this very good anime sucks. To the point where if you look up why Evangelion is good, you'll get more than 10 videos on YouTube of why it sucks, which in my opinion is a completely unfair treatment for this anime that came out, one, in the mid-90s, when there weren't a lot of original anime coming out, and two, for something that was completely different than any mecha series before or most of it after it. For the first 24 episodes of the series, Evangelion is a pretty normal mecha series. Well, it's not normal, but it's a pretty fun and not heavy-hearted mecha series. That is, until the last 2 episodes. In my personal opinion, the last 2 episodes are probably the best 2 episodes of the series, but not a lot of people like them. But I'm not going to get off on a tangent on why I do, and why you should, because I'll get to that later. For this video, we're just going to be talking about the way you should watch the series, and the way a lot of people in the 90s, when it came out, watched the series. And by how you should watch the series, I really mean what you should watch before watching the series. Because before you watch Evangelion, you're going to want to have a good idea of what normal mecha anime is. You see, in 1995, when the first episode of Evangelion aired, most of the people who watched it had already seen a lot of mecha anime, meaning they already had a pretty good idea of the cliches and normal things that they should expect from a mecha anime. But if you've watched the series, you know that Evangelion is far from a normal mecha series. So when it came out in 1995 and all the people who watched it had the normal opinion on mecha, they were surprised to say the least. Now, in 2020, when people go to watch mecha anime or possibly even anime for the first time, they might choose Neon Genesis Evangelion. And since it's their first anime or first mecha series, it won't have the same impact as their fourth one because they don't know what a mecha series is supposed to be. Which is kind of a shame because that's the whole point of Evangelion, is straying away from the normal thing, or the normal thing that most mecha series have done in the 80s and even the 70s. You see, straying from the normal idea of what something is a good idea most of the time, and by most of the time I mean when all of the viewers already have a good idea of what the normal is, because then, when you stray away from the normal, you really get an impact on the viewer. And I think that's why Evangelion got so much praise when it came out originally, and is kind of getting shit on today, because most of the people who watch Evangelion heard that it was probably the best mecha series out there, and they made it their first mecha series, which, in my firm opinion, is a big mistake. Even if Neon Genesis Evangelion is your 4th, 3rd, even 2nd mecha anime, it's still going to be better than if it was your first and you had no idea what mecha anime normally was. So just watch Evangelion as your 4th mecha anime, because I can almost guarantee you that it will be better.
Fly me to the